The music mogul who once traveled by private jet to all those mansions is now in a jail that is notorious for its bad living conditions.
In a shocking twist, Sean Diddy Combs reportedly refused to leave his prison cell after guards denied his demands. But was it just a celebrity tantrum, or something far darker at play? As the music mogul's empire crumbles, his behavior is raising serious questions. What's really going on behind those bars? Stay tuned, you won't believe what happened next. Diddy's latest prison drama. The tension within the prison walls reached a boiling point when Sean Diddy Combs allegedly refused to leave his cell after a heated exchange with prison guards. The incident unfolded during a routine morning check at the facility where Combs is currently being held. Diddy is allegedly refusing to come out of his jail cell at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, which is causing delays in multiple alleged sexual misconduct lawsuits he's facing. Co-counsel for attorney Tony Busby made the allegation in a request for adjournment of a conference set for January 10th, 2025. As caught by Megan Cuniff, the letter reads, "We have been in negotiations with defendants' counsel regarding service of process, scheduling, and case management across numerous related action, and have faced delays caused by defendant Combs refusing to leave his cell to accept service. We believe that we have now reached an agreement in principle with the defendant's counsel, but are continuing to work out scheduling details in this and other cases." The request goes on to note that Busby won't be available on January 10th and instead suggests a date in February. Sources close to the situation reveal that Combs became increasingly agitated when guards denied several of his requests. The confrontation escalated quickly as the music mogul reportedly barricaded himself in his cell for nearly 3 hours. Eyewitnesses describe a scene of mounting frustration as prison staff attempted to reason with the former Bad Boy Entertainment CEO. Fellow inmates report hearing raised voices and what appeared to be emotional outbursts echoing through the corridors. The latest drama comes out after the Daily Mail reported that the Bad Boy mogul allegedly had a bit of a breakdown behind bars after being unable to get out on bond in time for the holidays. With his high-powered legal team, Diddy thought he'd be out on bail by now. Spending the holidays behind bars was a nightmare for him, a source told the outlet. They further alleged Diddy had to use meditation techniques to calm himself. It took him a few hours of deep breathing and focusing on getting out of the bad space he was in, but he finally managed it. On the other hand, another source denied that story, claiming he's staying strong in jail. This new drama with Diddy that has everyone talking. What did he ask for that the guards said no to? We'll tell you everything, and it might surprise you, but first let's share some untold facts about Diddy's life. A glimpse into Diddy's empire. Sean Diddy Combs is more than a music star. He's a business powerhouse who built an empire across industries. Born in Harlem and raised in Mount Vernon, Diddy's story is a classic tale of ambition. Dropping out of Howard University didn't slow him down, it pushed him to dream bigger. Starting as an intern at Uptown Records, Diddy quickly showed his knack for business. In 1993, he founded Bad Boy Records, a label that introduced legends like the notorious B.I.G. and Mary J. Blige. But music was just the beginning. In 1998, Diddy launched Sean John, a clothing brand that redefined urban fashion and won him a CFDA award. Next, he entered the spirits industry, partnering with Ciroc Vodka. Under his leadership, Ciroc transformed from a struggling brand to a market leader, earning Diddy a 9-figure income. Ventures like DeLeon Tequila and Revolt TV followed, proving his eye for opportunities. His achievements made him a regular on Forbes' wealthiest entertainers list, and in 2023, he became one of hip-hop's first billionaires. However, his journey wasn't without controversy. Several former Bad Boy artists accused him of unfair contracts, casting a shadow over his success. Despite the drama, Diddy's influence on hip-hop is unmatched. He set the standard for artists to become entrepreneurs, inspiring countless others. Diddy also made headlines for his philanthropic efforts. He opened Capital Preparatory Schools to provide educational opportunities for underserved communities and donated millions to Howard University. These contributions highlighted his commitment to giving back and creating lasting change. Over the years, Diddy reinvented himself with multiple name changes, from Puff Daddy to P. Diddy to just Diddy, keeping his brand fresh. Today, his empire spans music, fashion, media, and spirits, all built on his relentless drive and motto, "Can't stop, won't stop." The family has also become a focus. With 6 children, Diddy is working to secure his legacy, involving his kids and his businesses. This family-first mindset adds a personal touch to his story. From an intern to an industry icon, Sean Combs turned talent, vision, and determination into a billion-dollar empire. His journey is a testament to chasing big dreams and making them real. Not even Diddy could have predicted how drastically his life was about to change. What led Diddy to prison? The charges against Sean Diddy Combs reveal a shocking and deeply troubling story involving alleged trafficking, misconduct, and racketeering. Federal investigators claim that from 2000 to 2023, Diddy operated a large and sophisticated criminal enterprise spanning multiple states, hiding illegal activities behind his music empire. At the center of the allegations claim that Diddy used Bad Boy Entertainment and his influence in the music industry as a cover for a dark operation. Victims have stepped forward, describing how they were lured to private parties with promises of career opportunities. Once there, they say they were manipulated, drugged, and assaulted. These accusations suggest a systematic pattern of exploitation targeting young models and aspiring artists. The most serious charges involve violations of the Racketeer Influence and Corrupt Organizations Act, which is often used against organized crime. Prosecutors argue that Diddy's businesses were not just entertainment ventures, but part of a broader network that engaged in illegal activities, including money laundering, drug distribution, and trafficking. What makes the case even more chilling are the accounts of former associates who have turned state's witnesses. These insiders have provided detailed testimony claiming that Diddy used intimidation tactics, both physical and legal, to silence victims and ensure their compliance. According to their statements, Diddy orchestrated these operations with precision, using his resources and influence to stay under the radar. Federal investigators also uncovered evidence linking Diddy to international trafficking rings. His private jets are alleged to have been used to transport victims across state lines, a key factor in elevating the case to federal status. Homeland Security became involved, leading to coordinated raids on multiple properties linked to Diddy. The financial evidence is equally damning. Investigators uncovered suspicious wire transfers to offshore accounts believed to have been used to pay off victims and silence witnesses. These transactions, combined with security footage and recorded conversations, form the foundation of the prosecution's case. Digital evidence retrieved from phones and computers seized during the raids has revealed what authorities describe as a systematic pattern of predatory behavior. If convicted on all charges, Diddy could face over 100 years in prison. Law enforcement officials have called this case one of the largest celebrity criminal investigations in recent history. The sheer scale of the operation and the involvement of a high-profile figure have drawn widespread attention. As the legal process unfolds, the entertainment world is left grappling with the fallout of these explosive allegations. For now, Sean Diddy Combs faces a battle not just for his reputation, but for his freedom. Diddy's new life behind bars. The troubled rap star, who was arrested on September 16th and indicted on charges of sex trafficking and racketeering, is sitting in a tiny, colorless cell at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, New York. Diddy's attorney, Mark Agnifilo, has expressed concerns about his high-profile client's safety inside the notoriously dangerous jail. The food is inedible from what I've been told, Agnifilo said in a September 17th interview after Diddy was denied bail, adding, "It's violent. Someone like Mr. Combs might be a target for certain things. We can't let that happen." The rapper's new reality is a harsh one, wildly different from his pampered life at home at his $35 million, 8,000 square foot Miami mansion, where he's protected by private security guards and surrounded by friends and family members. It's a terrible, horrible place. Like an inmate who spent 3 months in MDC in 2019 says, "There's no air movement and the food is slop." Diddy may be subjected to regular strip searches, limited shower access, and little contact with loved ones, not to mention the threat of violence. Prison consultant Sam Mangle describes sections of the facility as pure hell, adding, the MDC is probably the worst federal detention center in the country. Initially, Diddy was put on suicide watch. The former inmate tells these prisoners are guarded around the clock and that fluorescent lights and cameras are on 24 hours a day. "You get strip searched every time you leave your cell," he says. Inmates believed to be a threat to themselves are given rubber shoes and special eating utensils, and personal hygiene products like toothbrushes have to be authorized. His day-to-day life while behind bars is a far cry from the one he often rapped about and showed off on social media. With a personal chef, assistants, and staff to cater to his every whim, Diddy will have to follow a strict schedule for eating, showering, and doing laundry. The 1217 inmates at MDC have a 6 a.m. wake-up call. Some sources say the food leaves much to be desired, There's chili, shredded chicken with rice, and Wednesday is murder burgers. A thin patty like shoe leather, says the first former inmate. A typical daily menu features oatmeal and bran flakes for breakfast, a chicken patty sandwich for lunch, and Salisbury steak for dinner. The source says Diddy is able to make phone calls. Generally, inmates are given 300 minutes a month for calls and has some access to email. Email is timed at like 5 cents a minute, says former MDC inmate Blair G., who spent time there in 2016, adding that messages are heavily monitored and are text only. You can't receive any images or anything like that. Visiting hours are limited and visitors go through background checks. MDC has a reputation for violence. In 2020, inmate Jamel Floyd died after being pepper sprayed by correction officers, and in July, Edwin Cordero was fatally injured in a fight. Cordero's lawyer described MDC Brooklyn to the New York Times as an overcrowded, understaffed, and neglected federal jail that is hell on earth. Cordero's widow Ashley said, "The prison is disgusting. They have rats running through there and everything. No human being should be living like that." Her advice to Diddy is not to trust anybody. That prison is obviously not safe. The first former inmate says Diddy may be able to ingratiate himself with guards and fellow prisoners. If the guards take a liking to Diddy, he will get extra food, extra time out of his cell, adds Blair G. He's rich, so they might not treat him so bad as a form of extortion. However, the second former inmate says Diddy's fame won't necessarily translate. People on the outside would view you as a 10, but you automatically become a 5 in prison. It is a whole other world, adds Mangle. Diddy's charges are problematic in the Bureau of Prisons. It would not surprise me at all if other people were screaming and threatening him. Diddy's alleged crimes may put him in danger with other inmates. As Mangle said, that sexual offenders are specifically targeted. Diddy is facing the hardest of times in the hardest of places. His life will never be the same. Now here's where it gets interesting. Diddy made demands so shocking that even the guards wouldn't comply, sparking the latest drama and his refusal to leave prison. What were the guards really denying? Sean Diddy Combs reportedly experienced a meltdown at the Metropolitan Detention Center in New York, where he's been held since his arrest in September. The incident, which occurred during the holiday season, has shed light on the mental and emotional toll his incarceration has taken on the music mogul. Sources claim the meltdown was triggered by Diddy's growing frustration over his continued detention, despite the efforts of his high-powered legal team to secure his release. Spending the holidays behind bars reportedly turned into a nightmare for the once dominant figure in the entertainment world. The rapper, accustomed to a life of luxury and influence, allegedly informed prison guards of his deteriorating state and requested to be taken to a hospital. However, his plea was denied, forcing him to cope with the situation on his own. A source revealed that it took hours of deep breathing and intense focus for Diddy to regain composure after the emotional outburst. Adding to his struggles, reports surfaced about Diddy facing a grim Christmas behind bars. Far from the lavish celebrations he's known for, he reportedly had to make do with a holiday sack containing a sparse meal from the MDC commissary list. The stark contrast between his current reality and his extravagant lifestyle has only heightened the challenges he faces. Observers noted that Diddy appeared astonishingly thinner during a recent court appearance, but sparking rumors about his health. With cameras prohibited in the courtroom, the public has relied on descriptions from those present to understand his condition. Reports suggest the rapper may be deliberately avoiding meals, a decision that could be tied to safety concerns. Larry Levine, founder of Wall Street Prison Consultants, offered insight into Diddy's alleged weight loss. Levine speculated that the rapper might fear his food is being tampered with, potentially as part of a plot against him. He does get a lot of people in trouble. People want to kill him, Levine explained. He theorized that Diddy might be avoiding meals to protect himself from poisoning, citing scenarios where outside connections could orchestrate harm through contaminated food. Diddy's struggle to adapt to life behind bars is a stark departure from his years as a music mogul and entrepreneur. The weight of his legal troubles, coupled with the physical and emotional strain of imprisonment, has created a harrowing chapter in his life. For a man once defined by his success and resilience, Diddy's current situation serves as a reminder of how dramatically life can change, leaving the public and his fans to wonder what lies ahead for the embattled icon. Temper tantrum or justified frustration. The recent incident involving Sean Diddy Combs refusing to leave his cell has sparked intense debate about his behavior. While initial media reports suggested a tantrum, sources close to the situation reveal a much more complex story that goes beyond what was first reported. Legal experts suggest that Diddy's actions may stem from the psychological toll of his dramatic fall from grace. For years, Diddy lived a life of luxury, private jets, lavish homes, and a powerful position in the entertainment industry. But now he faces an 8x10 prison cell with basic amenities, a stark contrast to the life he once knew. This sudden and dramatic shift in environment could be having a significant psychological impact on the rapper. According to reports, Diddy refused to leave his cell for about 6 hours. During this time, he was described as calm but firm, contradicting earlier reports that painted him as having an explosive outburst. This response is not unusual for high-profile inmates who find themselves in similar situations. Clinical psychologist Dr. Sarah Martinez explains that such behavior can be a natural reaction to the loss of control. The transition from complete control to virtually none can trigger various coping mechanisms, she says. For someone like Diddy, accustomed to being in charge, the adjustment can be difficult. Inmate accounts of the incident have been mixed. Some fellow prisoners say Diddy remained composed, while others note signs of growing stress. One insider revealed seeing Diddy show frustration during phone calls with his legal team. These moments of stress offer insight into the emotional strain Diddy is under as he navigates life behind bars. Security footage from the incident paints a more nuanced picture. It shows no physical aggression, instead capturing a man grappling with the harsh realities of his new situation. Prison officials have confirmed that no disciplinary actions were necessary, indicating that Diddy's behavior, while unusual, did not escalate into anything dangerous or disruptive. The timing of the incident also raises questions. It coincides with crucial developments in Diddy's legal case, leading some to believe that his refusal to leave his cell could be tied to receiving difficult news about his defense. Legal experts suggest that the stress of facing such serious charges could have contributed to his emotional response. Mental health advocates argue that labeling Diddy's reaction as a tantrum is an oversimplification. They point out that the psychological challenges of incarceration, especially for high-profile figures, are often more complicated than they appear. In these situations, the loss of freedom, control, and the constant stress of legal battles can trigger a range of emotional and mental responses. Understanding the context behind these behaviors is crucial in avoiding quick judgments. Prison counselors who work with high-profile inmates emphasize that the adjustment period is often difficult, and each person reacts differently. They suggest that Diddy's refusal to leave his cell falls within the normal range of responses for someone facing such a drastic change in their life. This incident has sparked important discussions about prison reform and the mental health support available to inmates. Experts argue that understanding and addressing the psychological challenges faced by inmates, especially those in high-pressure situations like Diddy, could lead to better management of similar situations in the future. Recognizing these reactions as part of the adjustment process might help improve both the mental health support offered and the overall prison experience for individuals facing similar challenges. Was it really a tantrum, or is there more to the story? Could the stress of his situation be taking a toll on him? What do you think? Was Diddy's reaction justified? Share your thoughts in the comments. Click on the cards on the screen for more details.